Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the universe. It is Kevin with Optimized Essentials. And today I'm going to be talking to you about how to stick to a diet or how to stick to eating healthy. Because in my last video, the healthy eating mindset, I didn't really go into practical tips on what you can do to kind of approach dieting, eating healthy. I went more of a rant and kind of like attacked people who didn't eat healthy, or at least the mindset of people who eat unhealthy. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you the whole mindset behind what it takes to stick to eating healthy. And the short answer is you don't, all right? There's gonna be three things I'm gonna be talking about, but the first one is you do not stick to a diet. It's not something you stick to or adhere to, all right? From the perspective of someone who eats healthy on the regular, a diet does not necessarily exist. It only exists when I'm trying to cut down weight. It only exists when I have certain goals I'm trying to hit. But if I'm trying to just be healthy, the diet does not exist in my dictionary, all right? The diet is a way to kind of work to your goals, but that's it. If you want to stick to eating healthy, if you want to stick to a diet, the short and simple answer is you don't do that, right? That's the wrong way to go about it. What you should approach, or how you should approach it, and what you should focus on is how can you make eating healthy a norm, all right? How can you make eating healthy your baseline? It's what you just do automatically, all right? That is what I want to instill into you guys. That is what I want to teach you guys, because it's not about yo-yoing, all right? A lot of people have issues eating healthy and then going back to eating junk food, eating healthy and eating junk food. They haven't discovered the good life yet. They haven't understood the principles behind what it takes to truly stay with eating real, clean, good food, all right? And in today's video, I'm gonna give you some key pointers on what you can implement in your life or change in your mindset so that you can stick to eating healthy, all right? So the second thing that I wanna talk about is the enjoyability. In order for you to stick to something, it has to be enjoyable, right? The biggest issue that people have when it comes down to eating healthy is they're restricting themselves. They feel like they're punishing themselves, or they're trying to kind of suppress their urges to eat other foods. If you're doing this, your diet is gonna last that long, which is why you don't stick to a diet. It just becomes a lifestyle, it becomes who you are. If you're trying to exercise regularly and you're trying to discipline yourself, you're trying to force yourself to do something, then it doesn't happen as likely because it's not something you're inclined to do. It's not something you find pleasure in doing. If you're doing a diet, or if you're disciplining yourself to go to the gym, or you're trying to do certain things that makes it feel like you're restricting yourself or disciplining yourself, it's not going to last for that long because it's not fun, all right? You have to find a way to make it enjoyable. And the way you do this isn't to cook clean, boring foods like broccoli and chicken, all right? If you eat like bland foods that don't have any seasoning, things that, it's just like rough to eat, you're just like, oh, this is so boring, then you're not going to enjoy it, all right? The key in making it enjoyable is, one, they have to be foods that you actually enjoy eating. Like, they have to be tasty foods that are healthy. And if you're like, oh, you're the type of person like, oh, I don't have any healthy foods that I enjoy. Healthy food is nasty, right? Chances are you probably haven't tried that many healthy foods and you haven't used enough seasoning, which is one of the key ingredients, seasoning, right? There are some foods that don't even need seasoning that taste good. Just think about fruits, all right? Some fruits are sweet and they just taste amazing. There are some vegetables, there are some type of healthy foods that don't need seasoning or not much at all, and it tastes amazing. The key is to find healthy food that you enjoy eating, and the way you do that is by experimenting. Go to the grocery store and try every single color in the scheme, in the rainbow. Try every single color that you can get your hands on, and try different recipes, try them out, really taste the flavor of it. And then from that point on, all you have to do is add seasoning, because once you find something enjoyable or something that you naturally that tastes good to you in your palate, then you throw seasoning to make it even better. Or if you find something that you don't really like kale, which, I mean, some people don't like kale, but I love kale. I didn't really like it, but because of all the health benefits, I just downed that stuff like herbal tea, like Chinese herbal tea. Even though it doesn't really taste good, it's bitter, I just down it because I know it's gonna be good for me and I do it for the benefits, all right? My motto is do it for the benefits. If the healthy food isn't like tasty, like if I'm out and about and there's some healthy food that is actually healthy but it tastes nasty, I still eat it. It's like, this is gonna be good for me, I'm gonna eat it and I'm gonna feel good, and that's what happens, all right? So that's how I approach it. But the secret sauce is to use secret sauce, right? To use seasoning, to put some things in your food that make it taste good. Put curry, put garlic. Oh, I love garlic. But any of these strong, pungent flavors that mask your food, it'll make your food taste that much better so that you can enjoy it. And once you make it a routine to enjoy healthy food, your body is gonna feel amazing, right? So that's another thing, right? To make it enjoyable and to make it something you stick to, you have to be in touch. Number 3, right? You have to be in touch with your body. This is the third point. When you are in touch with what's going on inside your body, when you eat unhealthy food, you're gonna feel what's going on. When you eat healthy food, you're definitely gonna feel what's going on. Because at least for me, when I eat unhealthy food, when I eat junk food, it may taste good in the moment, but afterwards, for hours and upon hours, I feel like garbage, right? I feel like shit. Literally, my mind is bogged down. My chemical productions, I was talking about in the old video, my hormonal production, everything is just blah, you know, everything is like just not working, and I don't like that. So as much as I love or I like to eat junk, I won't say I love it, as much as I like to eat junk food every now and then, or go out and eat some nice burgers, eat some pho, eat some stuff that is just you know, comfort food. As much as I enjoy eating that, I don't enjoy the effects I feel afterwards. I much rather prefer eating healthy. So if you're someone who doesn't prefer or hasn't made that shift, that mindset shift of preferring to eat healthy, then you're still in the mindset of I have to diet. No, it's something you just do, right? You're at the level of eating healthy when eating healthy is just who you are. It's part of your being, right? For me, I eat healthy because it's who I am. I enjoy doing it. I can't subject myself to eating junk food for a prolonged period of time. It just doesn't work for me. Like I'll feel like really bad. Like it hurts my soul, right? I just can't do it. And that's the type of mentality that you want to eventually get into, or the type of being that you want to embody. Because if you're trying to force yourself to eat healthy and you're trying to stick to a diet, it's not going to work. You have to build it into your self-image, who you are. And a little quick story before I end the video. I like to share this story because it's a great way to encapsulate and draw a connection to how I stick to eating healthy, all right? So think of eating healthy and eating junk food as a good girl versus a bad girl, or a good guy versus a bad guy, all right? So I've shared this before in the past, but basically, if you are eating a lot of junk food, a lot of great tasting food, a lot of just food that is glamour, I don't remember how to say it. I was gonna say glamorous, but that's not a word. Glamour, I think glamour is the word I'm looking for. But basically, if you're looking for food that is glamorous, there we go. If we're looking for food that's glamorous and is palatable and it's filled with a bunch of colors, it's cheesy, it's ooey, oozing with sauces and stuff, think of that as a bad girl or a bad guy. Someone who you're instantly attracted to, and they're super desirable, and you just want to gobble it up, right? So in that sense, when you are with this bad girl or bad junk food, what happens is in the moment, you're super thrilled, you're super kind of mesmerized because of all the attributes, how good the food tastes, how great the experience is. But then afterwards, you get a bunch of headache because this bad girl is toxic for you. She might make you think too much about what she's doing. She might make you question her behavior. She might do things behind her back. There's a lot of things that go into the bad girl. And just like when you eat junk food, in the moment, that pizza, that burger, oh, it's so delicious in your mouth, right? Ooh, just yum, yum, yum. But afterwards, you're like, oh, my stomach, I'm so clogged. I'm constipated for like 5 days, 2 weeks, or 1 month, however long. Some people actually get constipated for that long. So basically, all these negative associations or all these negative effects that happen to being with that bad girl is associated to eating that bad junk food, because in the moment, temporary satisfaction, instantaneous gratification, instant pleasure, temporary pleasure, whatever you want to call it, that in the moment is great and all, but afterwards it just bites you in the ass and you feel like shit, right? So that is the bad girl. But then on the other hand, the good girl, the good healthy food, sometimes, she might be a little boring, but if you spice it up, you spice her up, you take her to the club, you take her to, not bad things, but you take her to things where you would normally, wouldn't really do. Because if you date a good girl and she's too innocent and she's boring, she's like, not much is going on, then it's going to be like eating bland food, right? No seasoning, everything is just bland. But when you spice it up and you do some crazy things with her, then all of a sudden the food tastes better. It's more exciting with her. It's the same concept, right? You spice things up, literally, with seasoning, right? Different experiences. So the good girl is someone who nurtures your soul, right? She inspires you. She gives you energy. She gives you confidence. She helps you manage your finances. She helps manage your life. She helps take care of your babies, right? All these good things from the good woman. She just nurtures and supports and challenges you when you need to be challenged, and nurtures you when you need to be nurtured. And that is the encapsulation of good food, right? Good food may not always be that thrilling, but when it is, sometimes it just tastes really good, and afterwards you feel amazing. The compound, the return on your investment is that much better, right? You don't have too much headaches, because in fact she might actually cure you. So being with a good girl is like eating good food, and when you eat good food, your soul, your mind, body, and spirit just expands and evolves. And when you're with a good girl, she takes you to the next level, and you guys have great babies together. And that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. I wanted to end with that little story. That's how I see eating good food versus eating bad food. Sometimes you do want to eat the bad food, date the bad girl, bad guy. Sometimes, or for most of the time, you want to be messing with the good girls, because that is what's going to take your life forward. And if you have issues sticking to eating healthy or always dating that bad person, then now we have to understand it's probably a conditioning issue inside of your subconscious mind, inside of your body, that you've been conditioning yourself to. So if you're always attracting the same person who's doing you dirty, and if you're always eating bad food that's doing your body dirty, that means you have a conditioning or a pattern that I've discussed in other videos, right? The Lean series, that has been conditioned in your body. You have emotional baggage, and you keep repeating the same experiences over and over, guys. I understand how that feels. So it's not something that you want to downplay, but it's definitely something you want to look into, because if you want to eat healthy or be with that good person, so to say, but you keep repeating this behavior, then there's something within you that you haven't fully healed and recovered or broken free from. And that's a video for another day. I don't want to make this video too long, because I already spoke a lot about how you can stick to a diet. So that's all for today. A quick recap. Number one is you don't stick to a diet. It's just something you do, and you do that by, number two, enjoyability. You make it fun. You spice things up. And then number three, you want to be in touch, in tune with what's going on inside of your body. The good effects, the negative effects, when you eat something good, when you do something good, when you're with someone good versus when you're not with someone good, doing something bad. You want to be super deeply in tune, present, feeling your body with what is going on. And the more you can be in touch with that, the more you're knowing that this is toxic for you, the more you'll shy away from the pain, and the more you'll go towards what's actually good for you. That's all, guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.